We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
Good morning. Adu and the Guru here in Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. I'm starting the day in a rather bad news. But then, to be born is to die. As some making entry into this world, some are taking exit. That's why it has been said that a generation goes, a generation coming. The only permanent thing that stays forever will remain the earth. Last week Thursday, the death was announced of Brigadier General Dominic Obukadata Oneya. Obukadata Oneya was my first cousin. Obukadata Oneya, a Brigadier General of the Nigerian Army, was once the governor of Kano State, appointed by General Sani Abacha when he took over in that palace school from Sholekan, the business guru who was with UAC, a boardroom guru for many years. And after many years, Abacha passed on. General Absalami Abubakar took over with his 9 months intervention period, which became so glorious, of course, except maybe the death of Abiola that almost darkened his era. And when General Absalami Abubakar came over, he transferred Brigadier General Dominic Obukadata Oneya from Kano State and appointed him as the military administrator, what governor were called during his era in Benue State. So he had the privilege of being governor in 2 states, Kano to start with, and Benue. The story of him being appointed as a governor of Kano State by General Sani Abacha itself needs to be rested on a platform of gold. Kano State is predominantly a Muslim-dominated state. If there will be anything Sharia, I think it took its position number 2 after Zamfara had declared Sharia law and Sharia in that state. General Obukadata Dominic Oneya was a Christian all throughout his life. So when General Sani Abacha appointed him as the governor, knowing him that he's from southern Nigeria, knowing him that he was a Christian, knowing him that he was never a Muslim, knowing him that the state of Kano was predominantly a Muslim state and every other thing, it became a little controversial. But not too many Nigerians knew why General Sani Abacha appointed a Christian, a Southerner, as governor of his own state. Because Sani Abacha might have been from Kaluri, but a satellite, Kano man. He joined the army in Kano Kota. So his 4-star general status was awarded by the promotion Kano property. So he remained Kano for that matter. I'm still talking of Dominic Obukadata Oneya. One, Dominic had been in Kano. I think there is a brigade in Kano. At the time, he was commanding it. And Abacha would always come home, most times by the weekend, when President Ibrahim Babangida, or IBB, was military president. The name assigned himself. Unknown to too many people, IBB had much confidence in Dominic Onyeya. So each time he would call him, he would give him instruction of one assignment specifically expected of him to deliver in Kano. That every weekend that Abacha would call home, President IBB gave instruction that I will want to have details of everything that he's doing. His visitors, those he discussed with, every other thing. And of course, General or President IBB is a very, very generous officer who knows all his soldiers, not even officers, the soldiers by their first name, and refer to them by their first name. IBB remained one officer that will call an officer and say, look, you have come this far, you are now a major, and you don't have house in the village, and your mother is living in a tent, and IBB will find a way. Even that was ever he became chief of army staff, he will find a way of helping the officer to have a little befitting house in his village. So IBB was a man loved by all officers and soldiers or troops, as they will call it. So Dominic Onyeya, the caller, would receive the instruction from his commander-in-chief. Then Abacha would come. It would be his responsibility, military-wise, to provide everything that Abacha needed. But Dominic Onyeya made sure no single report was compiled. In spite of the fact that every security agency or every machinery of security to implement that instruction given to him by his commander-in-chief were ready at his disposal. But he never one day compiled the report, either positive or negative, or the man saw this person or did not see this person, hand over to. Or not to call Dominic Onyeya, Abacha was aware of the instruction that the president gave to him. And Abacha was watching him. Either he would do anything like that. He never did. I think this is where he earned respect of both. When it became responsibility of Abacha, being the commander-in-chief and the head of state, to appoint his governors, he did not hesitate at all to appoint Colonel Dominic Obukadata Onyeya as governor of Kano State. There was made to rule. The Kano people did not like it at all that a southern Nigerian, a Christian, was appointed as governor over them. The story of what happened on that occasion, I was told the full details of the story one afternoon by the late Maita Masuli, the golden voice of Africa, as it was properly called, now late, in the house of the official residence of the, is it commander they call them now, the Nigerian Defense Academy. By then, Major General Mohammed Balarabe Haladu was the commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy. We were together, and Maita Masuli came in, and Haladu introduced me, and Haladu said, this is so, this is so, this is so. And Haladu related both of us, myself and Brigadier Onyeya, together. Oh, then the man said, oh, so you were once my governor. It was he now narrated the story. The Kano people did not like at the appointment. And they made a good protest to their own son, who then was the head of state, Sani Abacha. And Sani Abacha listed to them, according to the story I was told by Manta Masuli. Abacha listed to them, and Abacha started apologizing that in the first place, he did not know that Dominic Oneya was from southern Nigeria. And he did not know that he was a Christian. He thought he was a Muslim. Then the people of Fury came down, and they now told him, okay, since you didn't know, but you should have asked for his file and everything. Okay, you didn't know. It is not too late. We need a replacement. You have to move him out of Kano and bring another person who is ours in Kano. Abacha promised them, according to the story I was told by Maita Masuli. Abacha promised them that there would be no problem with that. He would implement every of their demand. But he would need them to help him in one way. And Maita Masule was the leader of the delegation. He said, no problem. Any assignment you give to us in order to fulfill this expectation, we will be ready. Then Abacha told them that, please, you will take a vehicle. You will travel to Cross River. Do you know the governor of Cross River? The governor of Cross River then was from Kano. A typical Muslim. That had one for that matter. What is his name now? I'm almost forgotten. Sani what? Then Abacha told them, General Abacha told them that, take a vehicle to Calabar, Cross River. The governor there, is from us here. Pick him, park all his property in the vehicle. That vehicle that will be bringing that governor from Cross River in Calabar will be the same vehicle that will take Dominic Oneya away from Kano as governor. They dispersed without saying goodbye, and that became the end of the story. But Abacha told Dominic Oneya one thing. He told him that, did you know the reason why I assigned you to Kano? He said, no, sir. He said, do you want to know? He said, yes. It's okay. I will tell you the reason the day I will remove you as governor of Kano State. Unfortunately, Abacha did not remove him before he became late. So he did not explain everything to Dominic Oneya. So it's the Dominic Oneya who equally was one time the chairman of NFA, Nigeria Football Association, which is now NFA. Am I right? He was one time that passed away last week, Thursday. He passed away at the age of 73 years and 66 days. He was born on Friday, May 26, 1948, and died Thursday, August 5th, 2021, meaning he lived for 73 years and 66 days. So this is asking God to perfectly rest the soul of Brigadier General Dominic Obukadata Oneya. I pay homage to you. That closes that. We now move to other issues that are most relevant for today's discussion. I did promise last week, Monday, that the issue of Abba Kyari, the DCP, now suspended, who is in charge of intelligence matter and operation, this blah, 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 for the Nigeria Police Force, one of the most decorated, one of the most pronounced, one of the most spoken about serving officer in the Nigeria Police Force, that I would defy the discussion today for two reasons. One, I will want to call on some retired police officers because the suspension, the involvement with Hush Puppy.
Yes, Hush Puppy.
Is most likely to open doors of evaluation for the Nigeria Police Force. That's all. More beyond the Nigeria Police Force, it gives us opportunity of evaluating the Nigeria society. Because as a non-recognizable officer, either from the rank of ASP or whichever, he was a creation. I'm talking of Abba Kyari. He was a creation of the Nigeria society. As a well-celebrated, well-decorated officer that could move into crime scene and crime itself would be scared, crime itself would be running away from him, remains the production or the product of the Nigerian society. Now, as an officer falling from grace to grass, up there yesterday and down here today, he remained a product of the Nigerian society. There is a book written by, what's the name of the author? I forgot it. That if people deserve the police, they have. Yes. The people deserve the police, they have. Meaning, the police as we have it today, the ministers as we have it today, the journalists as we have it today, the sailors as we have it today, the carpenters as we have it today, the professionals as we have them today, the lawyers as we have them today, all are product of the Nigerian society. So, the fall or not yet totally fallen of Abba Yari must therefore be evaluated. We cannot evaluate the process of his rise and fall without bringing the Nigerian society into evaluation. So then I said I would talk to most. I did reach out to most of these police officers, very seasoned people. Some of them clocking 90. Some of them are good enough. They still have their memory intact. Some of them 80. Those I spoke with, about 6 of them, none of them is below 76. No. None of them is below 80. But none of them was ready for today's talk. They pleaded with me that if I can make it next week, they will be ready to talk. Even one offered that a deputy inspector general of police retired, offered that he could be with me in the studio here next week, Monday. But because I promised we shall evaluate it, that is why we are bringing it together. So how best can we start it? Let us start this matter by, I want to quote John Kabel. John Kabel was ex-US ambassador to this country. According to his view, which was published by the Daily Post on August 8th, August 8th should just be yesterday, am I right?
Yes, it is.
He addressed, this is the caption of what he said. What FBI, hush puppy, what FBI probe of Abba Yari means for Buhari government. He addressed his matter that the probe of FBI, with all the facts at disposal of FBI, meant something for Buhari government. And what is it? He used it to challenge. I will read it. He said, I'm talking of Campbell, the charismatic head of the Intelligence Response Team, IROT, of the Nigeria Police Service, Abba Yari, has been suspended pending the investigation of allegations by United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, that is the FBI, that he was in cahoots with Ramon Olorunwa Abbas, better known as a hush puppy, a Nigeria Yahoo boy, a popular Nigeria term for cyber criminals involved in money laundering and transfer. Abbas allegedly paid Yari $8 million, about $20,000, to arrest and jail a rogue member of Abbas' criminal group. Those allegations are correctly being investigated by the Nigeria police. Whatever Nigeria's reputation, that of the police is poor, both at home and abroad. Among Nigerians, the police are byword for corruption, grand and petty, and harassment, especially of the poor. Anti-police sentiments boiled over late last year in protest against the notoriously brutal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, for which Yari formerly served as the officer in charge, collectively known as EndSARS. The Buhari administration has promised police reform, of which there has been little evidence. However, the investigation of Abba Yari could be a hopeful sign. What the ex-ambassador is saying, what it meant by saying that this, what it meant is that EndSARS spoke about most of the things that the revelations of FBI now had identified. Because, what is his name? Innocent or whatever. Vincent. Is it Shibuzo? The man that Abba Kyari had to arrest on the order of Hush Puppy. These were the things of harassment that were alleged against SARS. And the ex-ambassador was able to, that when that one came, President Muhammadu Buhari promised thorough investigation and reformation of the SARS. According to him here, the president had not shown much to prove that. He said, the Buhari administration has promised police reform, of which there has been little evidence. However, the investigation of Abba Kyari could be a hopeful sign for the police. Now, it is expected, therefore, that this is an opportunity for the government of Nigeria to interrogate further the reformation of the police force as had always been alleged. And the ambassador had identified that since the end of EndSARS, that must be October 2020, where the invasion of the Lekki Toll Plaza happened on the 9th of that day, and allegations of killing innocent Nigerians were made, which the police or the army tried very, very much assiduously to deny, but which they could not deny totally because everything is still hanging on them like a batross, or what do you call it? Sword of, is it the Moscows or what you call him? So hanging over them, because initially they said, we did not go there with live bullet. It's only with blank bullet. Then later they now admitted we went with two bashes, a bash of live bullets and a bash of
lethal
blank
bullets. Beg your pardon.
Then later, at a point, they now say we went there because the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, invited us. Of course, Nigeria knew better that a governor has no authority to invite the chief of army staff to deploy troops for anything. A governor has no authority. Only one person is authorized by the Nigerian Constitution to carry that assignment out, and that is the Commander-in-Chief and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Then at a time, they brought one of their retired public relations manager, is a Brigadier General, to come and address the whole matter, to wash the dirty skeleton white, and he told us, yes, we went there. And a question was thrown at him point blank at Arise Television. Does the authority, the command, your command, gives you power to shoot and kill innocent protesters that had nothing but the Nigerian flag and sitting down? He asked a question back. If because somebody is holding the Nigerian flag and they want to destroy things, so are you not supposed to deal with them accordingly? That became confirmation of what he denied that was not happening. And again, he was asked the question, why were the bodies removed by the military? He said, well, it is for accountability, because in military, even in war, you give account of every bullet that is gone. So meaning they move the bodies to account for the number of bullets, and that must not be blank bullet. It must be, but this is not what I'm going to do. What we are going to do is that we should take note of this thing. Hush Puppy alleged, and if you are privileged to go through the documents, there is no room for escape. There's no room for escape. Of course, Hush Puppy had gone into a plea bargain, and of course he's getting his judgment which day of October that is getting the judgment, and he's getting about 20 years because he had pleaded a lot of things, and all the evidences are there. Then the court now had issued arrest warrant ordering Abba Kyari, the most decorated police officer in Nigeria today to be brought to the United States of America. How effective could this warrant be? It's a matter that we need to discuss. But above all, let us discuss our police officer. Was Abba Kyari a good man? The answers will come differently.
Was in terms of the context of the police force, because he's still alive.
The answers will come differently. It all depends the platform with which you met him. He might be the best man on earth, but being a good man to you, does that make him to be a very successful police officer? Again, the answer cannot be streamlined into one bucket. But we must take cognizance of one fact. Judiciously, we must take cognizance of that. And that is, now, Abba Kyari has been suspended. And the replacement had been made. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Tuji Disu. So Tuji Disu, Deputy Commissioner of Police, had replaced Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari. But please, like as I said, we should make judicious recognition of one fact. Both officers, either Abba Kyari or Tuji Disu, now Deputy Commissioner, once served in SARS. Both of them served in Lagos because SARS started in Lagos. I have spoken about it before when Fulani Kwajafa was asked by Etimokoni and then Inspector General of Police after having discussion with the Military Head of State Major General Muhammadu Buhari on that hot afternoon of June 1984. Etimiyan picked Fulani Kwajafa. And Fulani Kwajafa handpicked 11 senior police officers, SPOs, and made Adeliji Adide the headquarters. This is where SARS started in Nigeria, in Lagos. Let me not go into other narrative because in other platforms, all these have been properly established. Tuji Disu, Abba Kyari, the former intelligence unit head, and this one, they were both at different times head of SARS in Lagos Police Command. So let us now know that they might be originating from the same stream, except that the tributary points of the stream is delivering them now at different points into the land of where they are today. Where Abba Kyari started was exactly equally where Tuji Disu started. Let's take the cognition of that. Then let us look at the narrative, the way it has gone. And on that, let us look. There is one, the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum was quoted recently saying something that nothing must happen to Abba Kyari. And the reason why nothing should happen to Abba Kyari was that the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, Shetima is still the head of that organization, made a pronouncement that the FBI is working in consulates with some southern Nigeria to destroy a Bright Star police officer from northern Nigeria. The Arewa Youth Consultative Forum, to me, had awkwardly and to me stupidly turned this matter to tribal settlements. The question is that what has FBI got to do? Where is the collaborative point between FBI and southern Nigeria to eliminate a Bright Star coming from the north? the FBI is not did not originate from Nigeria. So the issue of tribe, religion, as we claim in Nigeria, does not come to be. So I really find it completely odious that the Arewa Youth Consultative Forum would go far to that threatening. And their presentation, to me, is not acceptable at all. This is part of what they said. All Nigerians who are truly patriotic should stand behind a man who has made an unraveled mark on the sands of time by diligently serving his fatherland, because the FBI proposed arrest is an attempted intimidation of a police officer right inside his independent fatherland. Alhaji Yerima Shetima was the one that this statement is credited to. That's number one. Number two, the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, which is called MAGBAN, Miyetti Allah is a Fulani organization, had equally come to threaten, accusing the US FBI of colluding with some leaders in southern Nigeria to induct police officer Abayari and the Northern Elders Forum folding his hands and failing to defend sons of the North who have distinguished themselves in different fields and are constantly being persecuted and maligned at the height of their careers. This is what MAGBAN, that is Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders of Nigeria, this is the statement they brought to the matter. The question is this, because one Dr. Garus Gololo spoke on behalf of MAGBAN. The question is this. We are a periscope, please. That's why I'm taking this time. The question is this. Where is the role of Miyetti Allah in administration of justice, administration of security agencies, administration of control of crime in Nigeria? Where is the role created by Constitution that Miyetti Allah will come and Dr. Garros will be quoted as saying this?
Maybe Abba Kyari has cattle.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe he has cattle.
Maybe. Hush Puppy is from the west, southwest, Yoruba man. Abayari is Kaluri, obviously from the north. And the other thing, Vincent, let me bring his name out again. Vincent, what is the full name now? This young man that Abayari was instructed by Hush Puppy to arrest.
Oh, the one they call Mamfa.
Now, he's from, obviously, southeast, obviously. So, but when I listen to the statement credited to the
MAGBAN?
The MAGBAN and, I'm talking of Kenny Vincent Shibuzo. MAGBAN and Arewa Consultative Youth Forum. Maybe this is one of the reasons why Nigeria problems will keep lingering. Because anything that happens, it will become north-south matter. So, I think President Muhammadu Buhari has a duty to investigate these two bodies and appropriate sanction when necessary. Until he does that, it might be seen that he has taken side with either the Arewa Youth, which is speaking of Northern Nigeria, or the Miyetti Allah. Of course, that he was the grand patron of Miyetti Allah was not too much a big deal at the time, because Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when he was president of Nigeria, was equally Miyetti Allah installed him as grand patron. But Goodluck Jonathan did not go to any state to fight in defending a headman that was killed. But even after leaving as head of state, Muhammadu Buhari, as former head of state in Nigeria, traveled all the way to Oyo State to meet a city governor there, say, I have come here to query why you have to kill my people, the headers. In what happened. So this matter should properly be looked at. Now, let me move the story quickly off. The Federal Republic of Nigeria and the United States of America are bound by the provisions of the extradition treaty signed with the United States of America on December 22nd, 1931. Enter into force on June 24, 1935, including the Extradition Act of 1966, Extradition Act of 1966, which is called Extradition Modification Order 2014, Extradition Act Proceeding, Rules 2015, and other international protocols. All this I quoted have laid a solid foundation of how this matter will go. But let me sound a note of warning. Please, my brothers from the north, this has nothing to do with north-south. And what made you believe that because Abba Kyari today was the most decorated, he was becoming obviously the Inspector General of Police? They don't seem like that. So the question that need to be tackled, was he a successful police officer? I would say yes. But there's another question that we'll equally look at, which is very, very key to this. Just about a month or 2 months ago, the presence of Abba Kyari in his capacity at Oba, a town in Anambra State, very close to Ozobulu, that is within the road you take as you enter from Oba to Ozobulu. You pass your right, you see the house of Udoji, the man who awarded the first big thing. Then you move on to, you can come out at Ogidi, you go to Niwe and all those. From Ogidi, you can bus through that road coming from Okpo Junction to Abagana. You come to Easy Alliance, where you turn right to Nimo, where you go straight to Oka, and blah, blah, blah.
I think I'm going to add Navigator to you.
And or you cross,
to the feathers in your hat.
You cross that water, you now move to the kingdom of people like the former vice president of Nigeria, Alex Ekweme. And of course, what's the name of this young, beautiful lady also? She, the writer and everything. Remind me. It belongs to your generation. I might be the youth leader, but it belongs to the Amadi something.
Okay. Her name just skipped to mind now.
Yes. So, Abba Kyari appeared at the burial of Obi Kubana. Obi Kubana buried the mother in a way that it has never been experienced before. I've never heard of it either in Nigeria or even in West Africa or even in Africa. Money was spent. I'm not saying that he spent criminal money, but Abba Kyari appearance and standing by, meaning they've known themselves long time, and he was smiling all through, did not speak well of a man who took serious responsibility of his office and guiding it through the path of righteousness or holiness or perfection, whatever the meaning of those. Let's leave them, those three words, holiness, perfection, or whatever. Let's leave them in quote. He did not. He spoke of a man who lost contact between his brain and his heart. He spoke of a man who allowed himself to be overwhelmed by the success of his achievements than looking at the nitty-gritty ingredients that will keep him top astutely. So, if you want to question me that, was he a successful police officer? Of course, I will repeat it. Then you want to ask the question, according to his admission for now, without making statement to FBI, he said his connection with Hush Puppy was no more than he made designer dresses for him. Because he said that the designer traditional dresses he wore or he wears, I don't know which language to use, that Hush Puppy became interested. I said, this thing, he said, I can be making them for you. Apart from being a DCP in that operation, he became a consultant on fashion. That that was not the best way to go.
Well, he did say he connected him with his tailor.
That's not to be a consultant or that wouldn't have been the best thing. And not to talk. He wasn't a consult. He never consulted for you. He never consulted for me.
Well, I don't pay 300,000 naira for a native attire.
Okay. Now, that's number one. Number two, he said the contact was no more than he called him that there's somebody, Vincent Shibuzo, that want to ruin his business and that is threatening lives of his people in Nigeria, that he should get him arrested. For that, money was moved. He nominated account. I'm talking about Bayeri. He nominated account. And money was moved. And he got the man arrested. This is part of what the Nigeria youth complain about in anti-SARS protest. He got the man arrested and kept the man in cell and sent him a WhatsApp message that the man is in my cell now. My cell. That is what he used. So he had become so addicted to the office, he did not know the difference between the cell that belonged to the Nigeria police and his personal. He personalized the operation of his office. That is not a wise way to go for somebody who wants to be successful. And the fact that I said, was he a good police officer? Then the next question that will arise will be, why was he always missing with these people? Let me tell you, I mentioned it briefly the other day, last week, Monday, and I'm going to put it on record here now. For you to be very, very successful in what you are doing, whatever you are out to do has a community. For you to be assimilated into that community, you must syndicate. You cannot be a crime buster without syndicating the formation of crime community. You must penetrate. There are norms. There are etiquette you have to play. There are people you must meet. And some of these people, in order for you to be assimilated and accepted in syndication of crime, you must meet some people. Some of them are godfathers or creators of the environment that survives criminality. Then you come to what they call terms of agreement. Like as I once wrote, I said Dele Giwa was not killed because of his knowledge about cocaine movement in Nigeria. No. He probably would have been killed about what he wanted to do with the knowledge of cocaine movement in Nigeria. This was the language I used when I submitted the details of the killing of Dele Giwa. Because by then, I was the Secretary General of Nigeria Crime Journalists Association. And in my capacity, because of my relationship with the police force, I was given an office at police headquarters, Camp Salem House. Yes, Camp Salem House. Or it's no more Camp Salem House, I don't know. Or is it Louis Edit House now? Louis Edit is the one in headquarters. This is Camp Salem House. At Obale did it. The police authority ceded a very big, spacious office for me, which I now use as office for the crime journalist correspondent of Nigeria. And a day before Dele Giwa died, we shared a bottle of stout in the house of late Commissioner of Police, David Isang. And when Dele Giwa died on that Sunday morning, Nojim Jimo, then editor of the Punch newspaper, he ran to the office and he met me. I was editing my page. And we all moved to the hospital at Okwebi, is it something, First Foundation or something, where we met Dr. Toyin, where he took us to the room and we saw Dele Giwa body on the... And by then, the mutilated, as if they were put in a mortar, pounded, both legs, which was why no blood could have retained in his body. He was naked like that. The photo editor of Punch newspaper then, Umoru, now late again from Aushi, took the photograph. But when we got back to the office, we did something to cover the regional headquarters. You understand what I call the regional headquarters of the body, so that it will not show in the photograph. That it was for that reason that Punch was the only newspaper that captured the picture. We're there till Tony Momo. Is it Tony? The former Minister of Information. Okay, Momo. Nanlit came to meet us there. So, and the coverage story of cocaine movement in Nigeria was majorly borrowed from me when it was published in their magazine, the news magazine. Was it the news, as it was called there? Was it the news? I may be forgetting now. So I submitted that Dele Giwa did not die because of his knowledge of that. But he probably died because of what he wants to achieve or what he wants to use the knowledge for. Because I wrote 3 setter spread on cocaine movement out of Nigeria. And I gave all the details of the cocaine movement, including the story of Okon, who was said to have died in Kano police cell, who was arrested for cocaine movement. I was the only journalist that the Nigeria police force flew to Kano because of my relationship with them. And I saw Okon, the said dead Okon. Of course, and I knew that the picture I saw has no relationship to the Okon I happen to have known somewhere. So these are the issues. So for you to be very, very successful, I am coming back to the point now. My success as a crime reporter was to the extent I delved into the community of crime. But you must come to an agreement. So, Abayari's success in crime busting was his ability to delve, to syndicate with that community. So for that reason, if you ask the question, if the man is really busting crime, why must he be seen with criminal? You cannot cleanse a room without going into the room. If you want to clean the room, you must go into the room. So it's syndication of crime community. And for that reason, you know 2 things about crime. I mentioned that before, but absolutely and finally. If crime occurs, there are things you must look for, there are things you must not look for. If there is a crime today, if you are a thorough investigator, if you are a crime buster, don't look for the criminal. Look for the mistake of the crime. Every crime has a mistake. Once you get the mistake of the crime, you now get the criminal. Then the second thing you look for is the critical crime element of that crime. Pardon my language, I don't have two languages for it. This is crime element of that crime. But the first thing, the mistake of the criminal, you get it. So in this, he was very, very successful. Finally, his case might be lucky to where you are in the bush or you are walking, there a mango tree, there you saw a mango fruit that is well ripe, very good, attractive to the eyes. Then you try all your effort, you bring it down, you went to wash it. As you open it up, it is rotten somehow inside. That rottenness or the maggot you probably meeting inside does not deny the fact that the mango fruit was ripe. It was ripe, but it came to be penetrated by something. The man was a good, successful crime buster, but at a time he loses balance of coordination of the flow of thought between his head and his heart, and the time he could not reconcile what he should wash graciously, not to be clothed with the overall equilibrium of the success of the crime busting. He failed it. Any person could have been that. I did not give judgment that he's here nor there. I do. I raised the case of...
Oh, and by the way, the name we're trying to remember the other time was Chimamanda Adichie.
The village is very close. I do Guku there. You cross that water, but those places are properly done now. You go straight, you turn your left, so you are coming to Oka. From Oka now you go to Uguoba. Uguoba used to be the boundary town between the old, where the boundary is almost divided. You cut and go off. Before you now go to Night Mile, before you enter Enugu, or you turn your left to go to Suka from where you are going to Makodi. So can we?
I think I said I'm going to add the navigator to your feathers today, but probably that's another name on RT.
So what do we have really?
Well,
we cannot tackle anything anymore.
Well, there are some interesting stories in the menu, though. But for the sake of the listeners, I'll probably just let you know what the menu did contain.
Please.
Some of which might be tackled in the course of the week as
Yes.
well. So, menu number 1, Jega e-transmission of results, a global practice Nigeria can't lag behind. That's called from the This Day newspaper. The second menu we had, timeline. Buhari has spent 200 days in the UK for treatment since assuming office, as according to the Premium Times. Menu number 3, 7 years after abduction, Chibok girl returns with 2 kids, reunites with family. And that's from the pages of the Punch.
Let me clap for that. At least they return back with 2 kids. The mother, the father, they have their grandchildren. But she returns.
The mental horror that she must have been through is another thing entirely.
Did she go through mental horror as the father and the mother, or those who lost her at a time? Who told you she wasn't enjoying the life she met? Don't forget, one was rescued the other day. Within 2 months, she said, I'm going back to the forest. I'm going back to my husband. That I'm more loved there than here. So, who told you that the girl? Who told you she never enjoyed the
38 days of horror, 50 policemen dead, kidnappers demand 1 billion naira for 321 as the Vanguard. And eviction threat, Mayatiala vows to fish out criminal cattle herders in Taraba. And that's on Premium Times. And lastly, Sunday Igboho Obasanjo intervenes, reportedly meets Beninese president, and the Daily Post has that story.
Thank you. We have no time again because I want my callers to be involved. Mostly the declaration of Abayari, some northern elements making it northern southern problem again. I don't know. I really don't know. When the man had to give 70 million for those who have houses around where he was building his house, so they could evacuate the area so that the compound could be enlarged. Why did he talk? I'm not talking about that. I finished with Abayari. To me, he was a good police officer, but he fell victim of this, because of. So now, the most important for me is 38 days after Horo, 50 policemen dead, kidnappers demand. Let me just make the point there, and I will not talk on that one. Please, if you permit me, you know you are my boss. Will I secure your permission for just 3 minutes?
Go, please, go on.
All right, we are talking of number 4, menu number 4. Let's quickly get there and see what we can make out of it. Menu number 4. We are still far. Menu number 4. 38 days of horror, 50 policemen dead, kidnappers demand 1 billion for 321 victims. What I will do, this is another promise I will keep. This afternoon, I will expunge this story and upload it on my website, www.godwintheguru.com. I repeat, www.godwintheguru.com. Once it is uploaded there, go there and download. It is free for you so that you will understand what we are talking about. First of all, captors with highest ransom demand. I measure them. Those that they kidnap and the highest demand are placed on them. 1. $1.415 billion ransom had been demanded within this short period of less than 6 months. But the highest of all the demand went for Madam Bettina Bessin, 80-year-old mother of Bayelsa State Secretary to the state government, Dr. Kombowe Bessin. Only on that mama, 80-year-old, the kidnappers demanded for 500 million. The next highest to that is 200 million for the release of Tari Ajanami, the owner of Club 64, a nightclub also in Bayelsa State. Then the third, the captors of Emir of Kajuri with 30 members of his family equally demanded for 200 million. The one for only one person, which is 200 million, if you share the one of the Emir with about 30 members, so it became third position. And many others like that. That is number one. Worst states hit. Kaduna State is worst hit with 206 abductees and 51 deaths, followed by Sokoto, Borno, Zamfara, and Adamawa states respectively. In Sokoto, 60 persons were kidnapped, while 2 persons lost their lives. Borno recorded 45 deaths, while Zamfara, Adamawa, and Plateau had 42, 41, and 24 deaths accordingly. Imo State also became a hotspot of killing during the period under review by unknown gunmen. Okay, we talk of bandit, we talk of kidnapper here, but where the journey narrowed down to Imo State, another name will be added: unknown gunmen. The findings show that about 250 people were killed by bandits, militants, herdsmen, or unknown gunmen, while 14 lost their lives in the hands of the police, customs, and military officers. Customs are killing, police are killing, military are killing, but this. Also, 5 suspected kidnappers were set ablaze in Edo State by a mob. All right. But let me go for the major one, and I draw the curtain here. The major one, money paid, and why this money are being paid, and why the reason why this continue in Nigeria, you need to know it. Then you can now know where to offshore your blame, or you don't have to blame any person. Let that be your prerogative. Now, finally, timeline of kidnap cases in July and ransom demanded by abductors. July 1st, 2021, armed robbers killed police officer in attempted bank robbery in Ekiti. July 3rd, 2021, bandits abducted 7 women, 4 children along Benigwari Road, demand 25 million ransom. July 5 to 6, 2021, suspected bandits killed 19 in overnight attack on Sawa Village, Katsina State. July 5, 2021, Boko Haram abducts Reverend Father Elijah Juma Wada of Catholic Diocese of Maiduguri. July 5th, 2021, government attacked National Leprosy and Tuberculosis Center in Kaduna, kidnap 8, demand 180 million. July 5th, 2021, 150 students abducted from Kaduna School. July 6th, 2021, government kidnapped 4 farmers in Ekiti, demand 50 million. July 7th, 2021, death toll climbs to 18, over 2,500 displaced as armed men attack Hong local government area of Adamawa State. July 8, 2021, 16 kidnapped by government in Damashi, Kaduna State. July 8, 2021, bandits demand 220 million as ransom for 11 persons abducted from Anguwa, Gabia, a suburb of Kaduna State. July 9, 2021, government killed at least 45 people in Borno State. July 11, 2021, Emir of Kazure, 13 family members, 8 kidnapped in Kaduna, abductors demand 200 million ransom. July 30, 2021, Kogi Monarch kidnapped. July 30, 2021, 1 killed, 3 injured as military personnel traders clash in Lagos. July 14, 2021, wife of former local government chairman kidnapped in Jigawa. July 15, 2021, police officer, 2 others shot dead in Ondo bank robbery. July 16, 2021, bandit kingpin killed, 2 others arrested after gunduel. July 16, 2021, former provost marshal of the Nigerian Army, Major General Hussein Ahmed, killed in-law kidnapped by bandits along Lokoja Abuja Highway. July 16, 2021, confusion, controversy, killing of 23 in Adamawa. July 16, 2021, custom men attack Ibarapa, killing Amotekun commander, 3 others. July 17, 2021, bloodbath in Delta as militant killed 6. July 18-2021, bandits killed 13 police officers, 3 others in Zamfara. July 18-2021, bandits killed 1, abduct 7 in attack in Kaduna. July 18-2021, bandits attacked 2 vehicles, abduct 6 occupants around Bade Forest in Kaduna. July 19, 2021, journalist, 2 others killed during bank robbery operation. July 19, 2021, 2 dead as government attacked JTF checkpoint in Delta State. It continue. Let me stop because I will take the whole time. The last one there says, please, just a moment. Let me bring the last one. The last 4. August 5, 2021, robbers attack banks in Oshu, kill 1. August 5, 2021, bandits kidnap father of Zamfara Assembly Speaker, 5 others. August 5, 2021, Okada rider arrested for raping, killing passenger. August 6, 2021, hoodlums kill police inspector, bomb station in Imo State. What I will do as my responsibility to society, please, I will be very, very dedicated doing this job until God will tell me, my son, you've done much for the world, come home. I will upload this as a promise on my website. For that reason, the last time I'm giving the website, www.godwiththeguru.com this afternoon. Go there, download, and read the history. Read the amount, and read the roles being played by security agencies in this formation. I itemize them. And why we might continue paying the ransom, and why the ransom must have to be paid, and the role government are playing, the government that has all the apparatus of security. See, our hand on the. Can you people still hear El-Rufai anymore? He has been swallowed up by those seeds that he helped his sowing at the time. All right, Adu. Pa Mike Imodu will tell Azikiwe. Give them grammar. Please let my people come in. Please.
Numbers to call to join us in a short time we do have left. 0809-234-5913. And it's a WhatsApp number, by the way. 0809-234-5913 and 0809-222-0913, as well as 0809-191-3913. Of course, you also have 0151509113 and 0151519113. We'll start with the phone calls today, and then we'll go to our friends with the pen.
Yes, do.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, the crew.
Yes, good morning, please. Peter, go on.
Yeah, Peter Monson is on the line from Shogolo. I think the rounding up of today's analysis is so pathetic. I mean, the number, the because of those kills in Nigeria, that we have a president that was the former military head of state. I think it's sudden to me now. I didn't know my day will go this way. I'd like to say that if this list can be presented to United Nations or African Union, and how we will ask them, if we have this kind of a scenario in the country, what should the citizens do to the leader, to the president of that country? Because I don't want anybody to tell me that the government or anything. It is the commander-in-chief that is controlling the army, the police, and the rest. Why are the bandits taking over Nigeria? Why are the bandits killing Nigerians? The government is not doing anything. If I want to follow the words of one of the leaders in this country that says, if insurgency lasts for more than 48 hours, the government has a hand in it. I will say if this banditry has lasted this long, the government has a hand in it. The security agents have their hands in it. It is very bad. The Abakari, even if it is one camp, receiving money to go and arrest the opposition or was copied, let Abakari go for that. Even if it's the president, whatever their people think it will be, this is not North South or whatever. If he commits a crime and is guilty, he must go for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning. My name is calling from England.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, my name is Victor calling from Sinkan.
Yes,
Go
yes,
ahead,
please.
please.
Go ahead.
Morning, the Guru. Please, Mr. Kerry. I read his profile, and his result was only University of Maiduguri. So I don't know how he managed to cover that position of DCP. But the new one in charge now, I read his profile. His qualification was very, very high. Very, very, very high. So please, can you enlighten us on that?
Are you saying the degree qualification is not high enough? Go ahead.
Adegboye Gadedeji on WhatsApp says, "Good morning, Adu and the Guru. I don't know why people are talking about the interview granted by the former head of state, IBB. One thing I know is that both the dead and the living shall meet one day, and my Bible made it clear to me that 100 years is just a day before God. And those that are justifying their evil deeds and why they annulled the election, why they did this and that, can't spend 200 years on earth. One day they will have to face those they have done evil to. The issue of the super cop, super celebrity cop, robot cop reminded me of late Bade that was assassinated on his way to his farm because he knows too much.
No, on his return from the farm.
I hope such will not play out in Abba Kyari's case because he's not alone in the crime he was allegedly accused of." Still on WhatsApp, this one is coming from Obina. It says, "Good morning, Adu. It's very disgusting that the Guru would think and laugh at the fact that the recovered Chibok girl was abducted and obviously violated for 7 years. And the Guru would insinuate that she was enjoying the abduction if that was his... Would his response be the same? Does he not know that even slaves, after a lot of programming, will prefer the arms of their violators? Disappointed in this matter, but he still has my respects and other matters."
Thank you for not taking my respects away from you. Thank you very much.
That's Albina there. Still on WhatsApp now. Azu says, "Good morning, Adu. I was just highly disappointed with Guru last week, Wednesday, when he spent a significant amount of time heaping praises on his ex-governor." He says ex-convict, ex-governor, James Ibori. What moral right would he have now to condemn other corrupt politicians? All those roads he claimed Ibori built, was it not what governors are elected to do? He should have sent him a private greeting instead of what he did on radio.
Okay, that was my opinion as of that day, and I'm still standing by it. I have no regrets about it. You are equally entitled to your own opinion. Thank you very much for bringing your opinion to the public view.
Turn off your radio,
Hello,
please.
good morning. Guru.
Yes,
good morning, sir.
My name is Kenneth.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just tuning in now because I just came back from East now.
Okay.
I don't know what the topic is, but I just want to report something.
Okay.
Nigerian security are the main reason behind so many agitation and so many people taking laws into their hands. I was having an issue because my rent is due. My rent is 500,000 naira. I had 420,000 naira. I needed some money to complete it. Somebody said I should go and drop motor for him for 60,000 naira in Onisha. A Belgian motor. They gave me that 60,000 naira. Okay, Guru, could you believe that I spent 29,500 naira to the police forcefully, not that willingly, forcefully.
Why?
In Onisha alone.
Why?
Onisha alone, her bridge alone.
Why?
Somebody collected 5 for each checkup, each checking point. You pay 500 naira.
Why are you giving the money?
You pay 500 naira.
Tell us why. Tell us why you gave the money.
Why? Okay, let me tell you why. If you don't pay that 500 naira, you will be packed inside the bush, and nobody will talk to you, and you will not make any call. And I don't even know who to call. If you do not pay that 500 naira, they will pan that motor. They will not take you to a station. They will park it inside the bush. Even if you like, let it stay for 3 days there. That motor will remain with them that place. And they will not even take you to a station. And you don't even know who to call.
Okay.
Soldiers. That normally, when you try to bribe soldier, they will beat hell out of you. A soldier man will come out, pat you, tell you that their money is 1,000 naira. If you start negotiating, they will say, okay, bring 500 naira and go. Openly, publicly. Okay. Some security agents, was on Sarin, on convoy, at my back. I said,
Thank
that
you.
was
Time,
when I
time,
spent,
time, please. Time. Thank
when
you.
I spent about 28,000 naira, I was so angry.
Okay.
Security officers was at my back, following me. I said, God, these people will be my saving grace. I will not pay again. In front of them, they packed me, and they were collecting money boldly in front of this security convoy.
Okay, thank you. Time is gone. I think the police authorities listening to this, the police should do something. Not only police now, you mention army. I don't know who we shall call upon to go and do something. The chief of army staff, I don't know. Please.
Chiki from Makute says, good morning, Adrian Nuguru. I really don't understand the fuss over Secundus. The damage has been done. Let him run out of his term and given a big au revoir. On IBB, I agree with him. He's a saint compared to our present. He uses the word ruler. PMB is the most divisive in recent times. IBB might have tried to dribble his way through the June 12 issue, but on PMB, he's spot on. The social contract between the people and the government is in breach, so the VP shouldn't bother throwing in his hat. Chike from Akute says. Back to the phone lines. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, up online. Good morning.
Morning, please. You have a minute.
Thank you for telling us what happened on July. But it's like nothing happened in Benue throughout July. So that's the way we are. The president came and they reinforced tribalism and nepotism. So why not people will not hear about Kyari case as a nationalist? So that's the way we are. Look at how the country and the man is somewhere. He cannot do anything. You are saying that Buhari should do what? Do what? He can't do anything. Late Yala is Buhari. Buhari is late Yala. But what placates me or console me is when Buhari will leave, let us see whether Late Yala will be the way they are now. Thank you.
God bless you.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. Good morning, the Guru.
Good morning. Your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Akpan speaking
Okay, Akpan.
from First Stack.
Okay, my brother. Go ahead.
The Guru,
I salute
the
you.
reason why we can move forward, and it's obvious that everything we do, we use tribalism and ethnicity. Look at the simple thing. Look at what concerns Nigeria now, and the evidence is the evidence from one side of Nigeria. We just don't know, and the president will sit down and listen. The same group came out and said the governor is lucky that wanted to kill the governor, and nothing was done. The Guru, I keep saying, it's a shame where we find ourselves right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank God bless you.
Back to WhatsApp. Akin from Lagos says, good morning, youth leader Guru and Adu. Most Nigerians aren't surprised with the perspectives of Mietiala and Arewa Youth Forum. Sadly, myopic perspective, what is wrong is wrong. Abba Kyari will have his day to clear himself of the allegations. There is hardly a Nigerian out there that hadn't directly or indirectly had issues with the police, except maybe the political or public office holders. This episode further trusts our country onto the world stage as one where crime is so lucrative, unfortunately made so by the powers that be. The problem plaguing our country remains that of leadership. Good leadership is the only reason why civilized climes thrive. Nigerians must, by all means, strive to ensure that only credible individuals are voted into office. Murphy says, let us forget about the past of Abba Kyari and question his today. Most criminals had good records, but they were caught in their crimes.
Yes, I agree with you.
Hello.
Hello, this is Bobla calling from Aja.
Bobla, go ahead, please.
Yeah, the Guru, God bless you.
Amen.
God bless you. We keep learning and knowing a lot from you, you know.
Thank you.
But my take is this. If you're one Nigeria you're talking about, it will never and never work till we split and bear your father's name. Thank you.
God bless you.
I was going to give a rebuttal to that, but I don't even know where to start.
Start from the beginning.
It says, till we split. Do we have to split to have a simple restructuring?
No.
Because if you split and you don't have a change of laws or change of structure, you're just splitting to have smaller replications of what's currently going on.
What most of them don't know is that even if a state today comes to be a nation of its own, they should go back to history and check
just even Lagos, for instance. So just imagine if Lagos is a country, the people from so are they saying that where there's populations and areas like or places that are on the outskirts like Badagry, now as compared to people who are probably maybe in Ikeja, we want to have the same access to Alausa?
Let's move the discussion, please. Involve our people.
Tunde Flo from Ikorodu says, "Good day, sir. What could you do for poor Nigerians is what you're doing now. Okay, sorry, what you could have done for poor Nigerians is what you're doing now. You keep opening the eyes of the people to some revelations, but average Nigerians seem to have accepted and continue to adapt to whatever happens to them, looking for peace without justice." I don't know where peace is meant for a coward. They say a coward can never be in your position. There in the studio, Guru. All right, thank you very much, sir. One more from the WhatsApp before we go back to the phone lines. Osama Emmanuel says, "Good morning, Guru." It says, "Guru, for God's sake, today is Monday morning. We don't need historical perspective. We need news." I said, my take this morning is that I don't think this country will get better with all these set of politicians and lawmakers. Judiciary is gone, legislative is dead, the executive is more than dead. If we want to move forward in this country, that means we have to ostracize these people and trash that oddiferous constitution, that rewrite a new one that will favor every cosmopolitan Homo sapien in this country, he says.
Today's Monday, topical review of issues. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we have the Morning Digest, which will review the newspapers. And today, even because of what we have at hand, the historical perspective was not even dealt with. So thank you for your observation.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Tunde. How are you?
This is Tunde from Moshi. Mr. Audu, please. For the first time, I want to disagree with the group this morning. For calling Abaki a good police officer and an intelligent police officer. You know, most of the work, good work that are credited to Abaki were being done by his subordinates, nothing.
Okay.
That's number one. I do not see him as an intelligence officer because if you are intelligent, if somebody accuses you of committing a crime, you know how to defend yourself. Did you listen to the cock and bull story the man was telling us that he introduced Abaki to a tailor, Hush Puppy to a tailor. Hush Puppy saw a cap, a native cap in his head. Hush Puppy lied the cap, blah, 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 blah. So the guy is not intelligent at all. He should have hired public relations experts to defend him. So don't call him an intelligence officer. Thank you.
Speaking of accolades of the police officer, the arrested alleged kidnapper, Evans, has denied.
You know, all his admission, he has gone.
Interesting to know. And that was credited to Abakari, by the way. Let's take some more from our friends at the pen.
But Abakari arrested him at Magodo.
I said, he denied being. So all the intelligent work.
But a very successful businessman.
Yes, all the intelligent work of his.
What many did not know. Immediately he was arrested. He was still in the cell. Where some of those people you kidnapped either successfully or unsuccessfully were brought in. The young Shagro, owner of young Shagro, was one of them. Brought in to confront him. Many outsiders will not have these details. The police did a very good job of that investigation. They brought him to. It was there he admitted that, "Sir, I don't know you. It is somebody who supplied information." Because of that, the FHA club, he had to come there that day and sat for how many hours until he saw them leaving. And he did that for almost 3 times. He admitted all these ones. But I'm sorry, I'm not preempting the court procedures. And the work the police did to get him out, many people will not know the details, except if you are privy. To me, was he a good officer? Did he work? Yes. But like as I said, you saw a mango tree, a fruit that was ripe. You brought it down, then there's mango. Does that remove from the fact that it was ripe? No.
All right, finally on WhatsApp, this is from Bello Mansuru Omawest. It says, why didn't we get the records of people being killed or kidnapped in Lagos? Was that because a lot of kidnapping is going on between Ajah and Ekwe? Because my mother's junior sister, my mother's younger sister's husband has never been seen for the past 20 years now on Ekwe to Ajah Road.
Okay, the record I read that, and don't forget, I did not finish because of time. The record I read that are records of 2020 to date. But most importantly, the last 6 months, I did not go into the history of all from beginning because 25 books will not be able to contain that. Are we at the end of the road?
Yes, we are, Guru.
Okay, thank you very much, Adu. I must once again appreciate all of you for doing a very good job by participating. Because your participation thicken the status of the discussion. So unless you prove to be there for us, we will prove not to be able to do anything here. So thank you very, very much. And of course, we are going to, like as I promised, that tape will be uploaded into my website. And of course, you can reach out on the telephone number 0906-887-0014. Then meet me on Facebook, Godwin Itakibwebu, or go to the page I created, Vetra Column. And of course, the discussion is all in all the platforms. And of course, you can as well visit my YouTube channel, Godwin the Guru. Until Monday, where we shall come back your way, this is the Guru telling you to please keep yourself out of trouble. Adu, I must appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Ify, thank you for coming very promptly. But I'm not riding through your time now. Oh, young man, thank you very much for the good job you are doing with your camera. Until next time, keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.